Now, in my Word document, what I do is to just make sure the insertion point is at the start of the first word of the sentence that I want to translate. Then I press Control Spacebar. And what this does is to bring up Snowball's translation window. We're assuming that you're starting with a blank database. I did pre-fill this with about 3 or 4 words just to make a couple.
Muted.
But here we don't have any translations for any of the words in our sentence. So, but it's going to fill it very quickly, which is why we call the program Snowball. So now, at this point, all I have to do is start entering the translation corresponding to the words that Snowball has highlighted. So this, and then when I press Enter, Snowball inserts the translation in my document, goes on to the next word, is a cat. All right? So now I just keep doing this until I get to the end of the sentence, and then when I press Enter to insert the last word, Snowball automatically goes on to the next sentence. So once I started translating with Snowball, I don't have to keep hitting hotkeys to pop up the list of translations. Now, for this obviously contrived demonstration, I just happened to come across a repeat of the exact same sentence that I just translated. And here you can see what Snowball's been doing for me. Now, even though I entered the words one at a time, Snowball now not only has translations for the individual words, but also for every group of words in the sentence, up to and including the entire sentence. And of course, the whole key here is the longer the phrase Snowball can find a previous translation for, the more time I save by just selecting the correct target and pressing Enter. So we'll go on. Now you can see the benefit already. In my second sentence, I come across not only individual words, but a group of words that Snowball has seen before. All I have to do here is press Enter, or I can go and double-click, and then continue with my translation, like that. Now this is in real life. You're not going to come across the exact same sentence too frequently, but you will be surprised at how often the same words and phrases do show up time and time again, even in the very first page of your very first translation you use Snowball with. So in a very short time, you'll end up with something like this next sentence here, where Snowball has translations not only for the individual words, but for all the group of words, well, except for the. Okay. Now let me just undo that in Word. This is what I really wanted you to see. Okay. It's got translations for each of the words and the group of, well, it's not a group, but it's got is sitting for sitzt in German. It's got translations for all the words, and it goes ahead and does sort of some primitive machine translation for you here, and it says, hey, what if you put all these together at once? There's a translation for your full sentence. You can see it's in a different color. So Snowball's letting you know it's not a hit that you've generated and approved by yourself, but it's something you can consider. If you like it, just go ahead and press Enter. So in a very short time, you're going to end up with most of the words and phrases in the sentences that you're translating. And it may even have a few different translations to choose from for some of your source words and phrases. This is where the fun starts, especially if you've got a numeric keypad, because I can just use the arrow keys to select the source words and the corresponding targets that I want to use. And all I have to do is press Enter, and the translation is done. I kid my wife that I just get paid to press Enter these days and not to translate.